Hello, welcome back to part two. It was like a delay due to technical difficulties, but we're back again. Part two of a book review, book report, Man's Higher Consciousness. Yeah, so we're gonna get right into it. If you haven't seen part one yet, go ahead and check that out if you're interested in the book. My name is Elle West, founder of Westway Fitness. We're back again, part two. Let's get it. Say these fruits, in fact, all juicy fruits should never be eaten at the same meal with cooked or baked food, nor should they ever be eaten with sugar. There's a lot of people eat for satisfaction when we're really supposed to be eating, well, we're really not supposed to be eating, but we are supposed to be eating for the minerals. Our food is supposed to be our medicine. But hey, that's a long story we'll have to get into. The orange is the king of all fruits. Probably everybody think it's watermelon, but the orange, that's the king of them all. And to think about it, just think about it, like, where are the real orange trees with the seeds in them? If you go to a grocery store, you don't see oranges with seeds. Why is that? All of them are GMO, genetically modified. Why aren't there seeded oranges or seeded grapes in the grocery store? Ask yourself that question. They have everything else except for that. And that makes you think, why wouldn't the orange be the king of all fruits? And they not in the grocery store. Well, the one that we need. They got the GMO one. The ancient science taught that man is a miniature universe, microcosm. Hence, if there is a spiritual realm in the universe, macrocosm, there must also be one in man. The first 6 chapters of Genesis and the book of Revelations of the Bible and the ancient science of man are concealed in his own body. Man's intelligence comes through his cells direct from the cosmic source. Cosmic intelligence is limited in man due to his limited capacity to receive and express it. This capacity arranged man into many classes, and those of each class express intelligence according to the condition of the body. The more perfect the body, the greater the intelligence will express. How to help nature. Cough hard from the bottom of your lungs, then hold your breath in the vacuum. Thus produced in the lungs will exert a pulling power that draws more poison from the blood into the lungs for elimination. Do this, exhale to the utmost limit, blowing your breath out as long as possible. Increase the exhalation by hard coughing, then hold your breath as long as you can. Deep inhales and coughing exhales to eliminate toxins out of the blood through the lungs. Man would avoid much misery if he was taught that coughing and sneezing are beneficial emergency eliminative processes. Then one will know how to cooperate with these processes of purification and not obstruct them. Foul air lowers vitality, fresh air raises it. A clean body vibrates at a much higher potential than does a body that is filthy on the inside. The breath of life is the fresh, clean outside air charged with cosmic force, in which the birds and beasts live in health and vigor. The breath of death is the foul, stagnant, polluted air of civilization, in which civilized man lives in sickness and misery, aches and pains, and grows feeble and decrepit when he should be in his prime. When there are 3 parts of carbon dioxide and 100 parts of air, a drowsy feeling appears. This can be relieved only by fresh air. The average person knows nothing about that. He falls asleep in this polluted air. If he fails to wake up, it is called a heart attack. When not promptly eliminated from the body, carbon dioxide leaves a trail of damage in its course through the organisms, and it affects every cell, and as the cell is weakened, the whole body suffers. Carbon dioxide is present in all charged drinks, in all soda, water, all beverages of the soda sort, in beer, in fermented liquids, in cakes, bread, baking powder, cookery, self-rising flour products, yeast bread, in and all exhaled air is poisonous. The nearer you live to the center of a large city, the more likely you are to go insane. These are the conclusions of a study of geography of insanity in 5 large cities of the USA. Psychiatrists have long known that city people go crazy more often than country people do. It says the common cold. The doctor, with many other, believes that the mucus expelled during a cold represents waste that has accumulated in the body. So he regards a cold as a purging process. The common cold is the first definite signal of the body's intelligence to warn the victim that polluted air is flowing through his nose and into his lungs. So basically when you get sick, that means your body is working, which is a good thing. It say to sustain life and preserve the body, the air must be the kind that man is made to breathe. The common cold is one of nature's most widely bestowed blessings. We can live without food for 3 months without inconvenience, but we can hardly live 1 minute without breathing. Ain't that the truth? It say no complete recovery. All recoveries from each illness are only partial unless one makes a complete change in habits and environments. You change your world by changing your habits and environments. If you continue in the same path without change, you seek in degeneration. There is no return unless you act while there is yet time and make the change mentioned. The man who finds himself growing short-winded should know that lung degeneration is the cause and the polluted air is the cause of lung degeneration. They're saying it's better to work outside than indoors, or just to always keep your windows open so you can move that stagnant energy, that stagnant polluted air that's just everybody breathing, inhaling and exhaling. So sicknesses is impossible if your blood and its circulations are normal. Sicknesses is impossible if your blood and its circulations are normal. You may not know that your blood is changing constantly. It changes completely 3 times in 1 day. By fasting 1 day, drinking nothing but clean rainwater or a fresh fruit juice diet, and breathing the best air found only in country regions away from cities and highways, the blood is purified and will immediately begin to build health. How about that? It say there is good health and bad health, but no such thing as disease per se. All the so-called healing powers on earth is within the body itself. All the so-called healing powers on earth is within the body itself. The conditions of the flesh depends upon the conditions of the blood. So whatever's going on outside of your largest organ, which is your skin, it's a reflection of what's going on in your blood cells. In exact ratio, as the blood becomes stagnant and abnormal, must all organ tissues and cells show a decline from the normal state. That is what is called disease. In exact ratio, as the blood becomes stagnant and abnormal, that is what is called a disease. The blood is readily purified and quickly normalized by the natural process of fasting, followed by every wild animal by instinct. No liquid should be taken but clean rainwater or fresh fruit juice, and one should breathe the best air that can be found only in areas removed from cities and highways. The mystery of life itself, of all that is, may be discovered by studying the breath of life. Genesis chapter 2 verse 7. Air is washed and cleansed by rain. Places that have much rain have much pure air. Places with little rain have less pure air unless located in high regions or near the sea. In the Midwest, and especially in the desert region of the Southwest, with little rain and lots of desert dust, dirty air kills thousands. On windy days, the highways and cities are purged of their polluted air. The purification lasts only until the wind subsides. The purest air comes from the ocean where there is nothing to pollute it. The foulest air is found in cities. The larger the city, the fouler the air. The home, the hermit hut, and the hills would soon be filled with polluted air unless doors and windows are kept open all the time. Your bed should be left open all day to dissipate the filth generated and eliminated by the body during the night. The sun's purifying rays should shine in the bed several hours each day, and pure air should fan it for hours before it is made up. It is much better, of course, to hang the bedding on a line in the air and sunshine. The ordinary bed is not fit to sleep in. The material of which beds are made, including the feathers and the pillows, go through a steady process of decay and constantly emit foul, musty odors that are injurious to health, but not noticed because one gets used to them. Furthermore, the polluted air of civilization has ruined the sense of smell in most people. Insomnia can often be traced to foul air in the bedroom, some of which comes from the bed itself. Where to live and sleep. A man is an air animal and is constituted to live and sleep outdoors. Primitive man lived in the open air and slept on some dry grass or leaves in the open under the tree. They saying we should supposed to be sleeping outside with Mother Nature. People so fortunate as to live in the higher regions and breathe the better air highly charged with ozone and electrified eons experience an electric rechargement of the vitalization of their body cells. As this increase in the same ratio decreases the desire and need for food, and one's health improve. Shallow and deep breathing. As we breathe the air, we inhale these ionized minerals as well as nitrogen, which is transformed into proteins in the body. The proteins we eat never becomes the protein of the body. So all that's cap, all that protein intake daily cap. We breathe it in, we breathe in protein. Only in clean air though, only in clean air. Here we find another secret of nature. When man moves to higher elevations and breathes deeper and inhale more of the ionized minerals that come from cosmic source, he will soon notice his desires for food waning as the regenerative adjustment proceeds. He eats less as he breathes deeper of the thinner air and absorbs more of the ionized minerals in the atmosphere. Eternal physical life. In years to come, when man learns how to live, he will never know illness and will live for thousands of years. Living is actually a struggle for fresh air. Keep the vast lung surface of the organism supplied with fresh, unpolluted air. Also observe all other health rules, and there is no reason known to science why you should ever die. The cosmic circle. As life manifests on the physical plane, the charge is termed birth, and as it passes on the spiritual realm, the change is termed death. That change is not feared by those who understand. 1 Corinthians, if the truth were not hidden from the masses, it would be the end of modern theology. There is change but no death. The theory of death is based on appearance, illusions, and vast invention to give despots power over the masses. The change from being invisible to becoming visible is termed birth, and that from becoming visible to being invisible is termed death. In reality, man is never born and never dies. In the cosmic circle of life, the principle of continuity extends from the physical world to the spiritual world.